as a taxpayer, it is my duty to help the tax officer in understanding what is my case and whether the facts that are mentioned in the show cause notice are complete or not, and if I am admitting a demand or I am disputing a demand, and what are the documents that I want to rely on. So let us go point by point. So say for example a show cause notice comes which has maybe 10 points. Now for each of the 10 points, it is my duty to reply point by point. Let us understand that we have to make the proper officer understand what is my submission. And for each of these 10 points, I have to mention that whether I am admitting the demand or whether I am disputing the demand. Let us not start the reply to the show cause notice by a way that I want to dispute all the demands. No, it is not that all the demands can be disputed, because there are certain points on which there is a genuine demand. So point by point, please admit a demand or dispute a demand. Make pairwise reply. Then for whatever submissions that as a taxpayer we are doing to the points mentioned in the show cause notice, please attach supporting documents, because just by saying that the demand is not applicable to me, or just by saying that this is my submission, it will not help the taxpayer, because it has to be corroborated with evidence. The evidence is very important through supporting documents. Now, it can be supporting documents, can be third party documents, it can be certificates or statements which are signed by a chartered accountant, it can be in the form of an affidavit, it can be in the form of my tax invoice, my goods receipt note, it can be my bank statement, my ledger copy. So, whatever document the taxpayer has should be properly attached with each and every point that he is making as a part of the reply. Then it may so happen that prior to the issue of the show cause notice, there was some communication that was there between the taxpayer and the proper officer, which may not have got recorded in the show cause notice. So you should also, as a taxpayer, mention that these are the points that were raised prior to the issue of the show cause notice, and these replies I have already submitted to the department, but the proper officer has not taken them into cognizance while drawing up the show cause notice. So these submissions made prior are not on record. So that also should be given as a part of my reply to the show cause notice. And if I have made any other submission to the any other department which is a corroborative evidence, like the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, income tax and all, like my income tax return, tax audit copies, my master data, so all these can be attached as a part of my show cause reply to the show cause notice.